Okay, I think with that, since we have a very full agenda, I am going to go ahead and kick us off and get us started. I want to first just thank everybody for joining us today. I think it's going to be a very exciting presentation. Jill will give an overview of the whole program, the Comeback KC Ventures program that we've been doing for about 6 months now, and it's going to continue to run for another year or so. But we're very excited at the start of it, to really introduce you to some really exciting companies in Kansas City. And I'd like to say, starting off, we have a range of companies. I know a lot of, demo days, everybody's kind of in the same stage, but at this point we have some companies that are really just in the early concept stage, all the way to more fully developed out, really strong companies that are scaling and growing at this point. So you'll get a range. Probably a few of the companies will be familiar to a lot of people, and my guess is there'll be some brand new companies that you have never heard of before today. So everybody enjoyed that. I'd love if you have a chance, go ahead and enter, since we don't have time to do full introductions, if you'd like to type who you are and why you've joined us today in the chat, that would be great. Let me give you a quick format of how this is going to run. As we said, we have 13 different companies presenting today. Each one will do a 5-minute presentation. That will be followed by 2 minutes of questions. I encourage you to type your questions into the chat. We'll try to take some live if we can, but if you type them in the chat, especially since there's only 2 minutes, people have time, they can jump in, and hopefully the presenters afterwards will be able to answer those there or that. And with that said, as I said, I'd like to turn it over to Jill Myers from UMKC to talk a little bit about the program. And then Dr. Shelley Cooper will be our first presenter, and she will get started right after that.
Terrific. All right. Well, welcome everybody. And thank you, Jim. The Comeback KC Venture Fellow Program is a joint initiative between KC Digital Drive and Aaron Deacon and Jim Starsiv and William Crumpler have been really guiding and leading that in a joint between KC Digital Drive and the UMKC Innovation Center. And the goal of the grant was really to look at the community and have an intentionality to connect early stage Kansas City community-based COVID technology solutions to the entrepreneurial ecosystem to help them commercialize and become companies and jobs in our community. And we were looking at, this is a grant out of the EDA. They call it a sprint grant, specifically because they give you a very short period of time, thus the sprinting, to make this initiative happen. So as I said, we've been working like crazy fiends in the past few months, and KC Digital Drive has really bared the whole lead of reaching to the community, doing discovery workshops, and getting a better understanding of what are the COVID-related technology solutions that we are seeing in Kansas City. And to tell you that that outreach gave us a broad, as Jim was saying, from ideas that are in concept stage, almost wish list stage of, wouldn't it be great if somebody could do X, to those businesses that are actively marketing, selling, going gangbusters at the other end already in that space, and then all of the entrepreneurial endeavors in between. The Comeback KC Venture Fellow Program focuses on surrounding those entrepreneurs that have identified a solution with all sorts of programming, mentors, advisors, roundtable groups, specific trainings relative to where they are in the entrepreneurial development stage, and helping them get to a place of either being able to raise funds or being able to attract customers. And as Jim said, it's 1 year from now. We have till October of 2022 to make this happen. So we are quick as can be. And so very, very appreciative of all the entrepreneurs that are on the presentation today to share with us of what you're already working on in the space, as well as very appreciative of the community that is helping us to identify these folks, helping to get together. From a community standpoint, I will say that we identify fellows, we are going to be really reaching out to advisors and saying who in the community is interested in playing a role, engaging with these entrepreneurs in a advisory board sort of function. If that is something you're interested in, please reach out. I think William's putting the link in the chat. If that is something that you're interested, please let us know. And then for the entrepreneurs, we're really looking at helping with which of the multitude of programs that are part of this grant are the best fit to help you move from where you are today to what can get you to the next level, to get you to the next level, to the next level. So in a nutshell, Jim, I think I don't want to take any more time because I know we have a lot to do, but oh, I'm sorry, there is, I guess, one area that I should say, which is what we have focused on, we meaning Kansas City, have focused on are the COVID-related solutions or that have about in the healthcare space, as well as in the digital equity space, the education space, pretty much anything where there has been identified a gap that became obvious because of the pandemic. So whether it was a gap that came out because children were having to learn from home, workers were having to work from home, there were food deserts in areas where people could not find food during lockdown that could be transported, and then the obvious healthcare solutions of how to get through this from that angle. And again, the multitude of many other things from there. So you're going to hear all sorts of different things today. As Jim said, this is more of an innovation showcase than a demo day because all of these entrepreneurs are at different stages of their business. And likewise, you're going to see them all in different industries because each one is approaching and looking at it from a different place of what makes sense for the work that they are doing. And so you're going to see the entire spectrum of types of businesses that have come up as a result of COVID. I think that's it. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to Jim, Aaron, myself directly. We're more than happy to help direct you.
Okay, thank you, Jill.